Boy, Playboy motherfucker, and I got somewhat of a random video. Like, you probably see a lot of people just, making shit like this. If you guys don't know, there is a show called The Walking Dead. I'm pretty sure none of y'all know what that is, but if you do, then you might also know that they have a spin-off called The Walking Dead Dead City. Now, I have a lot of love for the original Walking Dead because all of the characters, the storyline. My grandma got me like into watching the show, and at the beginning it wasn't a bad show. It's just like I just never really clicked for me. Now until Negan came along, which, as you may know, was one of the craziest fucking most ruthless villains in the entire series. Now, a lot has happened since then. And, not a lot of people look at him like he was the bad guy he originally was. But a lot of people hate his fucking guts and think that he should get off the show. I seen that. I witnessed that motherfucking change, bro. Like, I witnessed that motherfucking change. Like, it, I'm not trying to sound like I'm fanboying or nothing, but that shit, like his redemption arc, his character development, all the storylines that he got involved with and all the other characters surrounding him was probably some of the best parts of the show I think I've ever watched. I've watched all the other spin-offs, Daryl Dixon, The Ones Who Live, and now with next week being the final episode of season 2, I kind of just want to talk about the thoughts that I have of it so far. Now, spoilers, I'm not, like, if you don't want to get spoiled, first of all, if you don't want to get spoiled, why the fuck would you click on this video? But anyways, here are my thoughts, because I have a lot. Last night, I watched, season 2, episode 7. I can't remember the name of the episode. So, the name of the episode is Novi Dan, Novi Pochitak. Now, I'm gonna keep it a buck 50 with you.
I don't know what the fuck that means.
But I'm gonna look it up later. I just don't want to sound stupid. I hope I pronounced that right anyway, because yeah. A lot happened in this episode. But we had a lot of the antagonists. Well, you didn't really see a lot of them in this episode, but from the promo of the next episode, which comes on Sunday next week, it seems like all of them are coming together to do one final fucking fantasy showdown against Negan. Now, I love Negan, and I got nothing bad to say about it, but I low-key think he cooked. As you saw, if you did see the most recent episode, it was him kind of just going to the hospital, as you guys might have seen, and he wasn't like, as I was watching it, I was thinking to myself, he might be losing it, because he's, there's a clip where he's hallucinating and he sees his dead wife, Lucille, when he's walking in that hospital, and there's like a zombie like walker trying to like get to him. He pushes this metal cart in front of him, and then he just, I don't know how the fuck he did, but he just tripped and fell and got knocked unconscious. So I think everything after that point is him trying to not necessarily, well, he's been trying to move on from his past, his past self, his past, villainry. Everybody is going all in, they're all coming to get him. That one motherfucker, that one fancy ass motherfucker, I don't know what his problem is, but that motherfucker need to get out of here, because, look, I understand the conflict between Negan and Maggie, but I also think that Maggie should also know that some of the people that she's teaming up with ain't shit themselves, and they probably gonna get her killed too. But I want to share my thoughts about not only what I think is gonna happen, but what I think about everything that's happened so far. Now, I remember 2 years ago when they had just had a promo for the first season of Dead City. Now, in my mind, like, when I first heard that, I was like, they gonna fuck this up. Not because of the storyline, because The storyline, even up until the final episode of the original show, was peak. I mean, I can't even hold you. I didn't really understand how they could keep moving on and in between all of that. Because it was kind of like a time jump. You know, Maggie went to the city. The Croat kidnapped her son. And, well, no, I don't think it was the Croat. I think it was the evil bitch, the old ass lady. I'll get to that in a minute, because holy fuck. The storyline from that point was fire. There were some parts that I didn't really understand, and it had nothing really to do with the conflict between Negan and Maggie, because even some of the fight scenes in the first season, I could understand why, like, they're kind of at each other's throat, even though, like, towards the end of the original season, they didn't make amends, but Negan told her that he felt bad for everything that he did, and she kind of looked at him in a different direction. But in this time around, it's like she didn't forget all of it, but it's like she moved on from that. And she was still back to her original view, and she was still fucking cutthroat with Negan. And I love both characters, so honestly gonna be pissed as fuck if either of them die. But more so, I don't, like, look, what I'm gonna say is if Negan fucking dies, bro, because he's one of the most funniest, charismatic, like, just well-developed characters in the whole world of The Walking Dead. I don't think I want to see anything else related to The Walking Dead. I mean, Daryl Dixon was good. The Ones Who Live was good, but I heard that they're already renewed for season 3 of Dead City, and I don't think I could keep watching it without Negan, because he's like the star of the show. I don't understand. This new episode kind of set the stage for what the fuck is going to happen next week, because I don't know why, but you don't see a lot of... I mean, the whole show is so psychological. You know, it's not just about walkers or just people killing each other. It's all about what is going through people's minds as this shit's going on. And it kind of, when you see that a lot with a specific character, the story gets more focused on them, if that makes sense. So I think that even though we've seen a lot of Maggie and Negan, I think next week will still be heavily focused on him, because if you saw in the promo, he said shit about he was gonna kill all of the fucking people coming after him. And I'm not saying I don't like that idea, but I don't know how the fuck that's gonna be, because everybody who's trying to kill him is also the people teaming up with Maggie. And one thing that scares the fuck out of me, which I am 75% sure that Negan's story will end next week, because if you saw in the promo, there is a scene at the very end of the trailer where Maggie gets a hold of Negan's bat. And that can only mean one of two things. One, which I hope it doesn't fucking happen, but I'm pretty sure it might, is maybe he got killed, because that shows that they're all in the same room. They've all conjoined. They finally found each other after kind of being on their opposing sides, and they all just clashed together. So that must be the aftermath of some kind of brutal ass fight. And you know, I have never seen, other than Rick, I have never seen anybody with Lucille's bat. Lucille's bat? Lucille is the bat. I'm fucking retarded! Negan's bat. And as you remember, last time somebody had Negan's bat, Rick in the original series, was around the time Rick cut his fucking throat. So I have a feeling that the way that they're kind of showcasing it, it just makes it sound like, yo, this is the aftermath of Negan's death. And I swear to fuck, I don't want to watch the show no more if that's the case. But I'm pretty sure that might be. She's gonna finish off everybody who was trying to kill Negan. Now, I'm pretty sure that's gonna happen because Maggie doesn't like half of the fucking people that are going up against Negan. And I'm pretty sure she's still gonna kill some of the people on Negan's side. But I think it would be more fair if she also killed like that fancy ass dude, and that old lady, the Dama. Now, that brings me to my next point. What the fuck? It was episode 5, where at the end of the episode, we saw her get into an altercation with the Croat, and basically, she bit his fucking finger like she was about to fucking split that shit open like a fucking Mortal Kombat X-ray. And basically, he pushed her, and there was like some kind of candle that was ignited. And everything around her was like, you know, a fire hazard. And the whole thing just caught on fire while she was getting fucking crushed by some kind of fucking table. And you could just see flames ignite all around her. And she died. Well, we thought she did. And that, I don't get that. Because, you know, I mean, you could see, like, literally in the next episode, you could see a body burnt to a fucking crisp. Now, I don't know what the storyline behind how that's gonna work is, but that's just kind of fucking crazy how I've never seen in a show where we are 100% sure that bitch died, and in that, unless it was like some kind of fucking hallucination, that bitch came back up. And in the next episode, I mean, it makes sense that she, you know, well, it doesn't make sense that she survived, but we could kind of tell that it wasn't easy for her to get out because her hair is all fucked up. Her face is kind of fucked up. And when I saw the episode last night where Maggie reunited with her son and then she fucking came up behind Maggie and hit her with some kind of fucking stick or some shit, I was like, are you fucking kidding me? I can't wait. But I would like to hear your guys' thoughts. I'm pretty sure not a lot of you guys watch the show, but shit is gonna go the fuck down next week, bro. And they can either pull it off so well, or they'll pull it off in a way to where I don't even think I want to watch the show no more. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. If you guys like my opinion, feel free to let me know, because I feel like I just yapped for like fucking 20 minutes. But everybody, thank you guys for watching. And my next video will probably be the aftermath of it. Negan, you better not fucking die, bro. You better not fucking die.